You're ready, Kathy.
We're on.
Okay. So good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 13th, 2019. The time is precisely 9:01 a.m. We're gathered for our weekly community development hearing, and we're joined by Civil Prosecuting Attorney Pat Braden and Director David Callahan. Ben, would you lead us, please, in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hey, that looks good. When did it go up?
A couple days ago.
Yeah, it does, it does.
Thank you. Good. You notice that?
Yeah.
We made it a little
Adjusted
more,
a little bit.
more aesthetic. How's that? Okay.
Plan's coming.
I don't have any real opening remarks. Polling for any potential conflicts of interest. Hearing none. Attending are Commissioners Duncan, Brooks, and Filios. So we'll move on to our first item, which is a public hearing, and this is item A, a potential action item. Case number ZON 19-0001. It's a request by Kootenai County on behalf of the Nyrock Family Properties, LLC, to assign a new zoning classification to parcel number 47 and 04 West -01-7275, which consists of 6.1811 acres. Take it away, Amy.
Good morning, my name is Amy Hilland, planner for community development for the record. The parcel is recently de-annexed from the city of Harrison. The subject parcel is outlined in red. However, the area of de-annexation is that shaded blue area there, and it is close to restricted residential.
Mm-hmm.
If we zoom in here, you'll see the shaded area. You'll also notice that there is a single-family residence that is on the parcel line there. It was permitted in the 90s.
There we go.
You'll notice that the shaded area is that steep area. To give you some reference, that single-family residence is located right here.
Yeah, we're on top of the bluff.
And that gives you some idea of why it's unique, and it's just that shaded area of that
Mhm.
parcel, it's that cliff
Mhm.
there. We are hoping to assign restricted residential zone due to its close proximity to that zoning area. It's land suitable for residential use, expected to have 1 to 2 family dwelling units in that area. The comp plan designation is border. It has described as little development to promote annexation, light agricultural uses, and single-family residential. We received no objection from the agencies.
Mm-hmm.
We did have 6 public comments, 3 in support and 3 neutral. The hearing examiner recommendation was it's compatible with surrounding area and compatible with the comprehensive plan. And I stand for any questions you might have.
Why? Why is this happening? This seems very odd to be parcel.
Mr. Chairman, Commissioners, from time to time, cities annex things they shouldn't, and then de-annex because it only makes sense. When it's disincorporated, we have to assign it something in the way of zoning, otherwise anything goes.
Right. I understand why we have to assign zoning. I'm just curious
Why the
why
DN?
partial.
You'd have to ask the city,
Okay.
but presumably they thought there was some purpose at the time, or it was a mistake.
Okay.
Amy, the
Yes.
non-shaded area that the arrow is pointing at, not the blue, the one
Right.
just to the left of it.
That will remain in the city. It was not the.
Oh, that remains in the
Yes,
city. Okay, fine.
yes. Only the shaded region
Under the
was
shaded
de-annexed.
region, okay.
The yellow portion, is that in the city as well, or is that all
That's
county?
It's all
that's
county.
our county.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
That's our zoning category.
Hopefully to give you some background, let me go back to that, with the house there. They are is my understanding that they're going to pursue some 20-acre exemptions, conduct some voucher line adjustments, and hopefully correct bringing that single-family residence into a
Oh,
single property, yeah. Or
gotcha.
boundary line adjustments.
Okay, well, that would be a good why.
Yeah, okay.
Page 8, which is the first page of the City of Harrison's ordinance 2018-474, also includes some reasons for de-annexation. For example, it isn't currently served by city services. It's impractical for the city to provide those services. You know,
Okay, yeah.
requested
Gotcha.
de-annexation.
Mhm.
They also own the property to the east where that single-family residence is located. So
Oh, okay.
it is in common ownership with real property that's already outside city limits.
And the property to the right of the subject property, is that also restricted residential?
It is, yes, to the east.
Yeah, and that's the property in common ownership with the property that's the subject of this.
Okay. Yeah, I was wondering, why that would be restricted residential, not being waterfront or close enough to waterfront, but,
These things have a history.
okay, fair enough.
Okay, great. That's all I have.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, do we have a motion therefore?
Do we need to open public comment or any of that
No,
stuff for
you're
the
right,
public
actually,
hearing?
Yeah,
this
you
is a
should.
public hearing, right?
They're just, yes, you should.
Okay, so since this is a public hearing, do we have any comment? Hearing none, so then is there a motion to close public hearing and enter into deliberations?
Yes, I move that we close the public hearing portion and we enter into deliberations.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Okay, then, do we have anything to deliberate? Any questions, concerns?
Nope.
Hearing
Just
none?
one other consideration.
Yes, sir.
One other consideration, that the proposed zoning would provide for less dense development than the development in the city, both existing and, according to new zoning. So, and of course, it's probably not gonna be, developed anytime soon.
Okay.
Right, the topography and.
Right.
Okay, great.
So noted. Motion.
I move that we approve case number ZON 19-0001, which is a request by Kootenai County on behalf of the Nyrot Family Property LLC to assign the new zoning classification.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Motion carried, and that concludes the public hearing segment of our meeting this morning. Thank you, Amy. Moving on to the next item, and it is an action item, it's signings. We will be executing orders of decision. And the first one is MSP 18-0003 McCarthy Estates. And it's a request by McCarthy Capital for preliminary approval of a gated community major subdivision consisting of 26 residential lots on approximately 136.7 acres in the rural zone. The board did hold deliberations last week, that was June 6th, and unanimously approved the request. So is there a motion that we execute the order of decision?
Yes, I move that we execute the order of decision for MSP 18-0003 McCarthy Estates.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye. Motion carried. Moving on, therefore, that concludes our signings for today. Moving on to item 7 on our
Do we need
agenda,
to sign first?
after we execute. Okay. So the order of decision is signed. You okay? Oh, okay. So we're moving on therefore to item 7, which is the business segment of our meeting this morning. It's a community development update. And the one and only item is consideration of whether to allow MIN 19-0011, which is a minor subdivision to create 2 lots, to proceed with a potential action item. Director Callahan.
Commissioners, this is about a minor subdivision that doesn't fit neatly into our code. And in particular, if you look on the screen, you can see it's a 10-acre parcel outlined in red in the pink area, which is Hayden's ACI exclusive tier. The reason it doesn't fit neatly is that in the exclusive tier, there's an automatic requirement for public water and sewer, either by the city or some agency. In this particular case, this property is far enough away from the cities and anyone else's services that that's not practical. So what I do in circumstances like this is go to, and well, in back, I'll just give you one other piece. This backs up right out of our code, what I just told you. So in the exclusive tier, it's unambiguous that they're supposed to have city water and sewer. That said, since it's not practical, I had asked the applicant to talk with city staff, get something in writing from them that says that they're comfortable with this. And lo and behold, what we got was more than what I expected. I actually just wanted a letter from the mayor or the city manager in stating that they were fine with this going forward. But what they did was this declaration of covenants, which you can see is signed by the mayor and by the Bud Barson family, which are the applicants on this. And it expressly lays out, if you had a chance to blow through here, that the city and the owners are fine with this going forward without hooking the city water and sewer, but at such time that the city's knocking at the door, if you will, to annex, they agree to annex, they agree to hook up the water and sewer. So we think this is fine to go forward. Again, it doesn't fit neatly in our ACI agreement, but again, I'm hoping practicality will prevail.
But there's no opposing party to this,
That's correct.
which is refreshing.
What do you know?
That's right.
So this seems to be a win-win.
It does. Very good.
If you're okay with it, I am. And that's all I'm asking for.
And I would concur. I think this is a really good resolution to a potentially sticky situation, given that it's in the ACI, but it's not adjacent to city limits, so it's not eligible for annexation yet. So I think, it's the city playing well in the sandbox with everybody. It's, again, kind of a refreshing thing, and I would certainly concur with the director's recommendation.
Okay.
Any
Is-
other?
Well, just what would be a downside, and why would we say no?
Can't really think of one.
Okay.
I mean, the alternative is to say you have to hook up or you can't subdivide.
Well, that's
Which is problematic from a property rights standpoint, obviously.
right. Not only that, but they don't have the infrastructure,
Right.
so. Okay, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like like everybody's saying, a win-win, which in government is always a good thing.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, motion.
I move that we allow MIN 19-0011, a minor subdivision, to go forward, to proceed.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Commissioner Duncan.
Aye.
Chairman Philios.
Aye, motion carried. Moving on to our final segment, which is public comment. Hearing none, 9:15, meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioners.